May 2nd, 1945, the Third Reich lies in ruins. Hitler is dead. The world is finally seeing the full horror of what the Nazi regime had done. But in a quiet office in Washington, D.C., American intelligence officers are not focused on justice. They are studying a list, not war criminals to prosecute, but Nazi scientists to recruit. The man at the top of that list is Wernher von Braun, an SS officer, rocket engineer, the man whose weapons terrorized London and whose facilities and factories worked thousands to death. Within months, he will be living comfortably in America, his Nazi past erased with nothing more than a paperclip. This is Operation Paperclip, how America smuggled 1,600 Nazi scientists into the United States in one of history's most morally complex operations. April 1945, Germany is finally collapsing, but the war isn't over yet. It's changing. America and the Soviet Union are already rivals, and everyone knows the next war won't be fought with just tanks or guns anymore. It will be fought with rockets. The Nazis were ahead. They had built a ballistic rocket missile called the V2 or Vengeance 2 that could travel 200 miles at 3,500 miles per hour, 5 times the speed of sound, and strike before anyone had it coming. Over the course of World War II, at least 3,000 V2s were made, and they killed thousands across Europe. Though America was a superpower, they had nothing like it. Neither did the Soviets. So the race began. Capture the rocket scientists before the other side does. The initial operation was a secret military operation called Overcast, which had a simple task to bring these Nazi scientists so that they could help America win the war over Japan. The biggest prize was Wernher von Braun, the brilliant, charming engineer who led Nazi Germany's rocket program, and his team. Born in West Germany, notably in 1912, von Braun dreamed of space travel, but rockets were expensive to make, and only one organization in 1930s Germany had the funding necessary, and that organization was the military. So after weighing his option, von Braun made his choice. November 1933, he joined the SS, a special division under the Nazi. By 1937, he had joined the Nazi party, and by 1940, he was already an SS major. His rockets were built using slave labor at Mittelbau-Dora concentration camp. 20,000 prisoners died there building his rocket weapons. When Soviet forces approached in March 1945, von Braun gathered his top 500 top engineers and made a calculation: surrender to the Americans, not from guilt or ideology, simply because they offered the better deal. The Americans were ready. Major Robert Stever from the United States Army Research and Development Branch of the Ordnance Office had prepared a target list months in advance. But there was a problem. You see, President Truman's orders were explicit: no committed Nazis, no war criminals. Unfortunately, every valuable scientist had a Nazi connection: SS memberships, war crimes, slave labor oversight. So American intelligence did what bureaucrats do when rules are inconvenient. They rewrote them. The solution was elegant. They would rewrite history. SS membership became nominal party affiliation. War crimes became wartime necessities. Slave labor became industrial practices. Each scientist received a sanitized biography, carefully crafted to represent them as reluctant participants who just wanted to survive. Arthur Rudolph, another close associate of von Braun's, an operation director for the V2 rocket, and later on the same position for the Saturn V rocket in the US, a man who oversaw slave labor that killed thousands. His original file read: 100% Nazi, dangerous type and a national threat. But his sanitized file now read, scientists forced to work under Nazi supervision with no evidence of war crimes. A paperclip was attached on each clean file to the damning original, a small piece of metal holding together one of America's biggest moral compromises. By 1946, von Braun was living comfortably in Texas. Generous salary, research budgets, family brought over from Germany. The transformation was remarkable. Within a few decades, the former Nazi, I don't know if there is anything such as former Nazi, but he had become an American hero. He appeared on TV shows, worked with Walt Disney, and advised presidents on space exploration. Americans saw a brilliant engineer who would help win the space race, not a war criminal whose rockets had killed thousands. When the Soviets launched Sputnik on October 4, 1957, Americans panicked and turned to von Braun, who at this time was working on a military rocket project. He and his team delivered. His team built the Saturn V rocket that took Americans to the moon. Americans were happy. They had re-established their superiority in the space race, though the path that took him here was not a straight and righteous one. Putting a man to the moon was and had always been von Braun's vision, and now he had finally made it. For decades, the truth stayed buried, but in the 1970s, declassified documents began to surface and they revealed the systematic cover-up that had been done. Arthur Rudolph, who was now a retired operation director for the Saturn V rocket, was exposed as a war criminal. Faced with the prosecution, he renounced his USA citizenship and went back to Germany in 1984. Von Braun died in 1977 before full accountability arrived. He never faced the consequences for his wartime actions. The same hands that built weapons of terror, it built rockets to the stars. Operation Paperclip succeeded. The Nazi scientists helped America win the space race and maintain technological dominance over the Soviet Union. But the moral cost was enormous. The operation sent a clear message. If you are valuable enough, America would overlook your crimes. It worked because it recognized something uncomfortable about human nature. We are remarkably good at justifying our choices when they serve our interests. The Nazi scientists told themselves they were pursuing knowledge. The American officials said they were protecting national security. The public believed these men have been reformed by American values. Everyone found a way to sleep at night. But the victims of Meteor Dora, the civilians killed by V2 rockets, they pay the real price. Today, every time America launches a rocket, we benefit from knowledge that came from a Nazi scientist. Every celebration of American space achievements rests on a foundation of moral compromise. Operation Paperclip raises questions we are still asking. What are we willing to overlook for progress? What prices are we willing to pay for strategic advantage? The paperclips are gone, but the question remains. Some truth can be erased, no matter how convenient it might be to try. The victim stories buried underneath the layer of classification remind us that what secrets are we justifying today in the name of national interest? What truth are we covering up with nothing more than a paperclip?